with another video. Got a interesting video, DC related video, DCU related video as usual. Got a video titled, or a video, I should say, by the Cosmic Warren of Cosmic Wonder fame. If you watch the Cosmic Wonder, he does a lot of updates of MCU and DC, movie stuff. I think this is like his personal channel, so it's called Cosmic Warren instead of Cosmic Wonder. So it's Cosmic Warren, his personal channel, his second channel, I guess, talking about, or the video is titled, "I'm worried about the future of DC Studios." And obviously the thumbnail is of him and James Gunn and says, "Not making money?" ? So, me personally, I feel like we have to let it cook a little bit more before we already get to saying, "Oh, the DCU is a failure." I feel like niggas is already jumping ship because of the Peacemaker shit, and which I feel is kind of stupid, very stupid, honestly. Because the next project we getting is not, the next 3 projects we get are not even directed by James Gunn. So all this worrisome about the DCU feeling new and fresh and all this shit, like, let it cook. That's me personally, my objective opinion. But I feel like it's making money. Like the Superman movie, it didn't hit where I wanted to hit it, but it's still making money. It's still making money off of VOD and freaking all the merchandise sales, all that stuff like that. So me personally, I don't see how it's not making money. Obviously, I don't know all the ins and outs of the DC Studios and franchise and all that, but yeah, me personally, I feel like the DC Studios has a lot of time to like fully, like, give it time to where you can fully judge its first 5 years or first 3 years or whatnot, and then let's talk about is it profitable or not. But yeah, that's me personally. But anyway, we'll get into this video, 7 minutes long. But before we do, like, comment, and subscribe, please. Try to grow this channel, try to be more consistent. As you can see, if you watch DC content, if you like DC content, trailer reactions, Marvel stuff and all that stuff, or if you like DC nerd comic book stuff, you're in the right place. So subscribe, stick around. Before we get into the video, my little comic of the day right here. Bam Bam. If you haven't read JSA, go read that bitch. I love JSA. I'm reading it right now and I'm loving it. Loving every bit of it. I fell off of it, but now since I'm back on reading it, it's just been fun again. So yeah. Without further ado, let's get into the video.
So I'm incredibly worried about DC. Not for the reasons that you think, but also probably for the reasons that you think.
Some reasons.
We've been hearing a lot of reports recently that James Gunn might be out if Warner Brothers actually does sell to Paramount.
Oh,
but
yeah.
also on top of that, the numbers just aren't there. And we have now learned from Forbes, Superman did not hit the numbers they needed to even break even. So a lot of worrying here on my part, and I think by a lot of the fans, because you have to realize that first and foremost, Warner Brothers wants to make money. DC Studios needs to make money. Yes, there's kind of a grace period because it's new and they're just starting it off. However, I don't believe the next year for DC is going to be better than this year. And let me explain. First of all, the Warner Brothers thing. Well, we recently found out, this is reported by Variety, that Warner Brothers Discovery actually rejected a bid from Paramount Skydance, which offered $20 per share, Twitter, which apparently Warner Brothers said is too low. Currently, right now, it says that shares closed at 17.10 a share Friday, but also this thing says you have to consider Warner Brothers has a total debt of $35.6 billion.
Jesus.
So it looks like they'll probably come back with another offer. We also have been hearing Netflix wants to buy them as well. And according to a new report from Cosmic Book News, James Gunn is going to be out if Warner Brothers actually does sell to Paramount. Paramount will make, who was it? Paramount will make Mike DeLuca in charge of DC, and he is the current CEO of Warner Brothers. So it basically seems like if Paramount bought Warner Brothers, they just basically want him to stick around and kind of handle the Warner Brothers things, which means he still could have James Gunn
I was
on. But
about to
here's
say,
where
yeah,
I worry just the most. Not even about the selling and everything like that, because that's just a whole other deal to worry about. But Superman, according to Forbes, didn't break even. It needed about $350 million. According to their reports, it made about $308 million. So it didn't hit that. And again, as a business, that's not good. But here's the deal. Peacemaker Season 2, although it was a pretty big hit with the fans, except for that finale. I won't spoil anything, but my gosh, was I bored. And I really can't believe James Gunn let that be the finale. The numbers haven't been officially released by...
The one thing I appreciate is the unilateral consensus that the Peacemaker finale was kind of underwhelming. That's what I like to see. Not saying that... not to sit there and say, oh, James Gunn shit is ass, shit on it. But I like the fact that as a DC like fan collective, we are not trying to build the same problems that were in the Snyder camp when we are in the Snyder universe, where we watched everything and just glazed it and said we loved it, even though it could have been a whole lot better. So I like that we're adding critique to the shit that we're getting, because that means we can possibly get even better shit if we actually tell them, hey, I didn't like this part in this finale. This part was kind of underwhelming for me. I think, you know what I'm saying? Like, we have to speak out towards the shit that we're seeing, because if we don't, they'll just keep making the same shit the same way. And if we don't like it, we're going to constantly get it if we don't say anything about it. So that's me personally. So I appreciate people that actually talked about the finale and said, like, it's underwhelming, but I'm still for DCU regardless. It's just how I feel.
Boost in numbers from the finale of season 1, but season 2 never broke the Nielsen top 10, which is not good. And that's a really good kind of rating of if a show is doing really good. And at 10th place was Love Blind or Blind Love, Love Island, Blind Love. I don't know. One of those things, right? So it never cracked the top 10 on Nielsen. The finale was not good, and the ratings show that as well. But the next year for DC, we have Supergirl and Clayface. As far as movies are concerned, we have some good shows coming. Lanterns, I think, is going to be really good. But really, besides that, we just have Supergirl and Clayface. And Supergirl, I just don't see a world where that does better than Superman. Superman, you could argue, is the most popular hero of all time. It's him, Batman, or Spider-Man, right? And depending on who you ask, it could go either way.
Yeah.
But he's considerably more popular than Supergirl. So I have to think that Superman does more in the box office than Supergirl, which is bad news for Supergirl. Now, granted, the budget for Supergirl might not be as much, but we have actually heard that the budget is over $300 million. So I really don't see this going any better than Superman. And Clayface, I think, is going to do even worse than Supergirl, because Clayface isn't a very well-known character. I think if they have Batman in it, then maybe, but we don't know who the new DC's Batman is right now, and I just don't foresee that happening. Supergirl should perform better than Clayface, because Superman, and you can go, oh, Supergirl's his cousin, and she was introduced at the end of Superman. And Clayface, people are going to go, who is Clayface? Maybe people get excited by like the horror aspect of it. I don't know. Maybe it does better, but it's probably not going to perform the way that they need it to be. Then this is where the studio kind of goes, okay, hey, we've started the new DCU. It's kind of been a success, but we haven't really made that much money from it. When are we going to start to make money? And then the hope after that is Batman. But even right now, it sounds like the Brave and the Bold is pretty far out. And who knows what other projects James Gunn is going to want to tackle next live action. So I am starting to worry, especially after that Peacemaker finale. I have hope, because I actually did like Superman. I am excited for Supergirl. Clayface, I honestly am like, whatever. I'll watch it, and I hope it's good, but we'll see. Reserving judgment for that, obviously, until I watch it.
Yeah,
but Lanterns, I think, is going to be good, and they've got some really good things coming up.
I mean, I think Lanterns going to be the
but
one
I
that
am
everybody's
starting to
like,
get worried.
oh,
I am really excited for the Batman 2.
Cross my fingers, though.
I am really excited for that. There's some cool animated projects they have coming up, but they need to make money.
They do.
They need to make money. That's like the biggest thing for them right now.
Yeah, that's the most important
I think James Gunn might have to switch up his schedule a little bit and maybe bring Batman in sooner to get people really excited. Now, it's a hard blend because you do need to have a good focus between taking your time and really building up everything right and doing projects that everybody loves. Because one thing that's been made very clear is that James Gunn is doing what he wants.
Doing what he wants.
But perhaps what he wants to do isn't necessarily what is best all the time.
Facts.
Right? Because I question Clayface. You're starting the new DCU. It's going to be your third live action movie. Shouldn't it have...
Me personally, I think I'm giving it a chance because one thing I like to see out of any studios that are taking risk, with what they're doing with this, they're trying to set up the whole like we can do different genres, and we're doing that right out the gate. So when we do different genres later on, it's not as shocking or jarring because we don't have a set studio style or format to movies. We have niggas that are directing this movie, and that's their style, and then movies, it's their style, that's their style. You know what I'm saying? All this their own thing, but it all kind of fits under the same umbrella of DCU. So I feel like that's what he's trying to do with this universe. So I'm hoping that works. But I do agree with Warren saying how like just because he wants that and that's what he wants to do does not mean it's automatically the best thing for DC. Because yeah, niggas need Batman. We need Batman, Wonder Woman, new Wonder Woman, a whole new Justice League, really just Flash and Green Lantern and shit like that. We're getting Lantern, so great. But yeah, we need all those characters. Like, not in a sense we need Lantern and Flash and all that other stuff. We get Lantern, which is great. But what character we really need right now is like a Batman or Wonder Woman or a big player a big player like that to really be a part of this new DCU. Because right now it's just not looking as good. It's kind of hard. So I get why people are like just not fucking with it, because it's just like, when are we getting the big players? But I'm just holding judgment until we get to that point, because I feel like us waiting and us getting these projects in the meantime is gonna make that even like, oh my god, we've been waiting, it's so good. You know what I'm saying? Like the anticipation is gonna make it even better. Me personally.
Not have been like Wonder Woman or The Brave and the Bold. I don't know. I'm not in charge of a studio. James Gunn is. And I hope he knows what he's doing, and I hope it works out. But the numbers need to be there, so I'm starting to get really worried because I want it to succeed. Sorry this is such a Debbie Downer video.
I get it though.
This is the reality of what's happening right now. I want it all to succeed. I like David Gordon Sweat as Superman. I like Superman. It wasn't perfect, but I thought it was a good start to the DCU. I do love Peacemaker. That finale was a slap in the face to me, though. I was so bored. And I'm excited for Supergirl. Clayface, we'll see. I feel like we need Batman and Wonder Woman sooner rather than later. So perhaps he'll kind of expedite that.
I'm thinking that.
But let me know your thoughts. I'm genuinely curious. How do you feel about the new DCU so far? How excited are you for the next couple of years with what we know is coming out? Let me know. And if you want to keep up to date on everything happening in the pop culture world, be sure to subscribe. I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.
Yeah, sir. Appreciate you, Cosmic Warren. That was a great reaction. Great video by Cosmic Warren. Shout out to Cosmic Warren. But all his worries, I do like resonate with, because a lot of the stuff that I'm worried about when it comes to not even just the continuity and the connectivity between all the shows and how it all fits under the big DC story plan. What I am worried about is the interest, because while people did love Superman, are those same people are going to go watch freaking Supergirl or Clayface or another movie that's coming out in the DCU at some point? Because while we had Superman, and that's great, motherfuckers after Superman, they want to see Batman. They want to see Wonder Woman. They want to see all the motherfuckers, all the other big characters. So I get that. And I get where they're judging it from, because they're judging it from the template that we got with the MCU. We got Iron Man, Iron Man 2, and Hulk. And we got Thor. And we got Captain America. And we got the Avengers. Bam. And that's all we needed. That's all you really needed to set up that, really. That's all you needed. But with this universe, it seems like he's just trying to really world build, which I'm fucking with. And I'm open to whatever he's trying to do with the whole salvation and, you know, the metahuman crisis going on in DCU. I'm for all that shit. That shit looks interesting. But at the same time, will fans and people that are trying to get into the DCU, will they get bored because of, oh, well, we haven't gotten to Batman yet. We haven't gotten to Wonder Woman yet, so I don't know what we're going to do. I don't know what's happening anymore. Like, it's just, where's Batman? Where's this motherfucker? Where's that motherfucker? I don't want it. I don't want to get to Man of Tomorrow and niggas is already asking, I like this movie though, but where's Batman? Why would he not be in this movie? It's a big, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what the plot of the movie is going to be, but if the plot of the movie is going to be like this whole Brainiac takes over the world type thing, and they're like, if Brainiac's taking over the world, I'm sure Batman would have said something about that. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be niggas already complaining about, where's Batman? Where's Wonder Woman? Where's all the other Justice League characters? But we gonna get to him. I'm willing to wait. I'm willing to wait patiently and to see what he cooking up. Because although we're putting aside some projects and letting some projects go along forward and pushing them forward on the slate, I do see the worriness of like having Batman like way late. I feel like if they don't come out with Brave and the Bold, like I feel like whatever they said, 2028 is like their projected date for Brave and the Bold. If it don't come out that year or before, it come out post 2028, I don't know if fans gonna still be interested in this shit. I feel like fans gonna be like, we is waiting way too long for Batman. What the fuck? James Gunn, the Gunn jam. Nah, nah, nah. All them same motherfuckers that was, you know, same what they said on the Peacemaker finale. It's gonna be the same motherfuckers. It's gonna be that times 1,000. Cause it's gonna be like, bro, where's Batman? Batman's your favorite character, apparently, James Gunn. So where's Batman? So I just know niggas gonna have a whole field day being worried about that shit. But me personally, I'm willing to see it cook because I want this universe to work so bad. Y'all don't know how bad I've been wanting a Justice League movie, like a good depiction of the Justice League in live action. I've been wanting that shit since I was a 7-year-old kid, my nigga. Watching the Justice League cartoons, the Justice League Unlimited, and watching all that shit, bro. All of it. All the DC animated movies. I'm like, bro, they do it so good animation. Why can't they do it in live action? Like, that's what I want. So I'm still holding out hope. At the very least, with all the stuff we're getting, that's coming soon, majority of them are going to be good. And I hope that we at least get to a Justice League project. At least, at the bare minimum. If it all goes to shit after that, then I mean, hey, whatever. I don't want it to. But if it does, oh well. But at the very, very least, I just want a Justice League movie so bad. A Justice League movie, a JSA movie, since they're setting up this whole metahumans have existed for 300 years and whatever. I want a JSA movie so bad. And I want a static movie. That's all I want in this DCU. That's the only big thing that I want. Justice League at the top, though. Justice League is already at the top. Justice League is like, we're going to get that, obviously. But, you know, that's what I really want. I want that done right, though. Not how they did it in 2017, bro. Never again, bro. Never again. But, yeah, I'm very passionate, as you can see, as you can tell about this DCU shit, man. I really want this to work for James Gunn. I do see the small little crumbs of what he's trying to do, setting up this whole, can metahumans be trusted? Are they really good for society type thing? Like, basically treating metahumans as like they're like a marginalized group of people, even though they're making the predominant. They're slowly growing and amassing more and more. So I like the political and social commentary they're trying to set with the metahumans. I'm just hoping that that's still what people are interested in, and not just I want Superman, I want Batman, I want Justice League. We're gonna get all that too, but with that, we're still telling a good cohesive story alongside getting a Batman, Brave and the Bold, a Wonder Woman, a Flash movie, a Justice League, New Frontier. Hopefully, but yeah, I'm gonna give him time. Me personally, I feel like we should all just give James Gunn some time to just cook up, because when James Gunn be cooking, he be cooking. Let's not forget he made Suicide Squad, gang, the good one. You know what I'm saying? He gets DC. That's why I believe him, bro. So I'm a little biased, obviously, but you know, I just want DC to work. So if you want DC to work as much as I do, like, comment, and subscribe, nigga. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how you feel about this video in the comment. Let me know how you feel about the DCU at large. Are you enjoying the DCU? Do you feel like Peacemaker just completely turned your taste, or turned your interest off for the rest of DCU, which is kind of weird? But has it completely soiled or soured your excitement for the DCU? Like, let me know. Are you still excited like I am? You know, let me know in the comments. But until then, my niggas, see y'all niggas.